Hello, my name is Jennifer Quintanilla, and today I want to talk about how children's brain develop in their early childhood. I want to start off by asking that did you know that kids' brain is 90% developed by the age of 5? I know, it's amazing and pretty impossible, but it is. Today I want to explain how kids' brains develop in their early childhood and how important it is for their brains to develop. And I want to also speak about important points that can support healthy brain growth. Some of us could be teachers, some of us are parents, um, some of us could be caregivers, siblings, or even grandparents, because this topic is so important that it doesn't matter who you are. Most people want to know about a child brain's development. Um, this topic interested me because I'm currently pregnant, and as a parent to be, I think this is something that most parents want to learn about because kids and their brains, it nobody really knows about them to a certain point, but I think it's a very important topic that some of us should be informed. I will talk about the stages of brain development and long-term effects in early experiences as well as positive reinforcement. Brain development starts from pregnancy to early childhood. It is a pretty amazing how life starts, but our brain is one of the first things that start developing other than our heart. It starts developing around 10 to 12 weeks, and then brain cells start forming, brain connections, they start connecting for our fetal growth, which is very important. Our brain is the most important part of our body, and that's where our cells and our brain neurons start connecting since pregnancy, since being a fetal. um, and that is very important because, like I said, kids' brains develop for years, but 90% is developed by the age of 5. I want to speak about long term effects and positive reinforcements or positive stuff that can help kids in their brain developments. I want to start off with child's environment. The environment they're surrounded with is very important. No matter if it's family or if it's school, it is very important. It is a major role in their brain development. A positive a positive environment supports kids and their growth. Reading, talking, and playing, it is a way that kids learn effectively, and that's what I mean by environment, because some kids don't really start reading till they get to school, or they really don't start reading till later on after 5. And it is important that kids start learning before the age of 5 because it helps them in the long run. Also, nutrition, it plays a big role in their growth, in their brain growth. It is very important because the right nutrition and vitamins can help with brain growth, as well as physical activity and sleep. It can support memory, as well as childhood experiences. Good childhood experiences lead to future success. Some kids, sadly, didn't grow up in a well environment, but the kids who really grow up in a good environment are known to future success, just because they have the support and they just happen to be better. They happen to have a clear mind. But positive experiences can improve emotional and social skills as well. Um, Also, there is long-term effects like stress, or negative experiences. It can impact their way of learning. It can impact their behavior. It can affect a children's brain development. So that's why it is very important to keep these points in our mind of how it can affect and how it can also be positive in children's lives. Um, but yes, so those are some things I wanted to inform you of today, and I hope you learned how children's brain develops develops in the early childhood. We talk about how it develops, how environments can influence early childhood, and also long-term effects. The first couple of years of children's life are very important because of the brain development and experiences children have can shape future adults. So I want us to keep in mind as as an audience, as parents or grandparents or siblings or caregivers or teachers, that it is very important, no matter if they're in school or not, kids start developing their brain at an early age, and we need to focus on that. We need to help them more so they can be better future adults, so they can learn faster, so they can have a great future. And that starts by environments, as well as nutrition, as well as sleep, as well as activities, and keeping them busy. Thank you for hearing me today.